Hey guys, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another album review where today I'm talking about album number 5 from the Chemical Brothers, Push the Button. This is 256 Pi's favorite Chemical Brothers album. Not only that, this is also one of his favorite albums of all time. But enough about 256 Pi. I'm going to talk about him a bit more in the video. I gotta tell you that, guys, that Push the Button is probably the most disliked Chemical Brothers album of all time. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people think it's okay, but most people would consider this to be the Chemicals' sellout album in that they went way more over to the poppier side. As you know, 6 tracks on this album of the 11 have vocalists, but I've always liked the poppier side of the Chemicals. Every single track that they've done that was more popular, that had vocalists on them, or were big singles. Um, I gotta tell you, even tracks on on this album are really cool. First track is "Dun Dun Dun Galvanize" featuring Q-Tip. Yeah, this is a pretty iconic track. One of the most popular singles, one of the most popular songs ever, and yeah, I just cannot say anything bad about this track. I have no complaints with it. Of course, it has the sample that I just said, "Dun Dun Dun," which is iconic as hell. And Q-Tip's amazing rapping, it's just freaking catchy as hell. And it all sounds amazing. And of course, the robotic voice is telling you to push the button. It's just amazing all the way through, and it well deserves to be 6.5 minutes long. It's an epic track, I gotta tell you. And then the next track is The Boxer featuring Tim Burgess again. So you may remember Tim Burgess appeared on Life is Sweet. I think that was the first vocal track that I think that was the first track the Chemicals have ever made, which had a vocalist on it. Um, like on Life is Sweet, Tim Burgess sounded more cool, you know. And on this track, he just sounds more energetic and more, you know, emotional and such. And yeah, the beat is this really fast-paced beat. It just sounds amazing. And fun fact, the video for this song was actually filmed in Budapest, Hungary, which is amazing. And it features like a basketball, which like bounces everywhere to the eighth and 16th beat to the song. And this track also has some explosion sound effects, the exact same ones as in Electrobank from Dig Your Own Hole. Yeah, this track is amazing. And then there's Believe, a 7-minute track, which is kind of like under the influence that it began in Africa. That joke is so old. Yeah, this track, as I said, it's like under the influence that it began in Africa. Saying it like that now. It's like those 2 tracks, but this doesn't have any vocal samples like the previous 2, which make it memorable. No, Kele Okereke, I don't know if that's how you say his name, puts on a great performance, and the beat sounds really cool with this more distorted hook. By the way, I have to tell you that the Chemicals nail every single hook on this album. And yeah, this track just sounds pretty cool. Really good sounding track. It's also one of the big singles. And then, like the first 3 tracks on this album are the big singles: Galvanize, The Boxer, and Believe. And then there's Hold Tight London, which transitions from, Believe. It also features the vocals of Beth Orton sound-alike Anna Lynn Williams. I don't know if the lyrics, really, I don't know if the lyrics are catchy or anything. Like, Anna Lynn Williams just basically mumbles them. But the song still sounds cool with its guitars in the background to keep it up to have it a bit more of a fast paced, I guess, or that's just the beat. And it has the guitars in the background sound pretty cool. And there's also what sounds like a choir of kids singing in this track. So yeah, this track is pretty cool as well. And then there's Come Inside. If you just want like straight up old Chemical Brothers style track. This is the track for you, because this is like something that got left out of like Dig Your Own Hole or maybe even Surrender. Sounds pretty cool, and of course its hook is this kind of creepy vocal sample or whatever it is. Would you like to come in now? Would you like to come inside? So yeah, the beat is pretty cool on this. Has a funky bass line, just like many of their stuff on Dig Your Own Hole is. Like many, I think many tracks on many tracks on their Dig Your Own Hole album have really good funky bass lines. This track, Come Inside, it's pretty cool. And then there's The Big Jump, Big Jump, which is really weird with its like weird synth hook or whatever. or those parts. That's just probably the bass. The synths just go. And of course, the vocal sample that goes the big jump. And the build-ups and payoffs are all really good, and I also really like this track. And then there's Left, Right, featuring Anwar Superstar, which is just a straight up rap song. Just a straight rap song. Kind of weird for the Chemicals to make like a rap song, but this track is pretty cool. It's like an anti-war anthem or something about a soldier. And it sounds pretty cool. All my soldiers marched when we left. Right, I thought I told ya. This is the story of a soldier. And it sounds really cool. Like the beat is kind of like some of those weird 2000s rap songs that you probably heard. And also, Anwar Superstar mentions a lot of countries, the US, the UK, and France and such. And he also mentions Palestine, Kosovo, and Hungary's northern, northern neighbor Slovakia. He could have maybe referenced Hungary. Yeah, like Hungary has fought in World War II and won a lot. But whatever. I'm getting off track. So yeah, this song actually it might be my least favorite, but it's still really fun and I like it. And on the other side of the coin, there's Close Your Eyes, which is another more chill track like Hold Tight London, which it's like bells and cowbells. And it sounds pretty cool. And those aren't cowbells, they're glockenspiels. Bells and glockenspiels all around. And it sounds pretty cool. And also, this is a collaboration with the Magic Numbers. And yeah, this is really chilled out, and the hook sounds pretty good. Yeah, this is a pretty good track. Definitely the most chilled out one on here. And the last three tracks are basically instrumentals with like vocal samples or something. The next track is Shake, Break, Bounce, or should I say Shake, Break, Boom, Boom, Bounce, kind of like that. I think that's how the vocal sample goes. Yeah, it just goes shake, boom, boom, like for example. And this song is actually like I think this is a really random track. It has some guitars that remind me of Spanish language songs, which is pretty cool, and it also has a weird beat and many other effects that go all around. This is like 3.5 minutes of the Chemical Brothers trying their best to be random, but it's pretty cool, I gotta tell you. And then there's Marvo Ging, which is another pretty cool track. It's kind of like Shake, Break, Bounce, but way catchier. With the hook that sounds like a reversed violin or accordion or whatever. Like that. And yeah, I mean, I heard that there are lyrics in this song and vocals, but like, they're mixed so low and the lyrics are just so pointless that I prefer to this track as it's more than I prefer to this track as it's an instrumental. I prefer this track not to have. I don't even know what I'm saying. Like I like it does have lyrics, but the lyrics are so pointless and there's a mix so low. So yeah, I think this is just kind of like an instrumental track. And I like instrumental tracks by the Chemical Brothers, especially stuff like this, which has like a reverse violin as a hook, and the beat is pretty enjoyable as well. Yeah, so 10 earworms in a row that nail all of their hooks, which is pretty cool. And the last track, Surface to Air, is a track that unfortunately does not have a hook. It's more like the Sunshine Underground type track, although it's way less psychedelic and it's way less intense, and it's kind of like more happier and kind of post-rockish, or has a bit of a trance feel to it. Like the beginning is kind of creepy with this weird synth bass, I think it is, slowly ascending from down to up, and it has some really creepy glitched out vocal samples that are kind of scary, but they're pretty cool. And then after like 3.5 minutes, the build up finally pays off once, and then like at the 6 minute mark, the build up pays off again. So yeah, this song sounds pretty cool, kind of like the Sunshine Underground, but it's way less psychedelic and way more happier, as I said. Maybe it ends a bit abruptly, but yeah, it's still a great closer to this amazing album. So, what are my overall thoughts on Push the Button? So, okay, look, I absolutely agree with 256 Pi on any things that are like that he found positive about this album. Like as I said, this is a really really underrated album by the Chemical Brothers. They're least popular to date, and meanwhile it's 256 Pi's favorite from them. Now, this isn't my favorite Chemical Brothers album, but it was so close to being a perfect 10 out of 10 album, it's unreal. Like, there were some weird moments in like Hold Tight London and Close Your Eyes maybe and Left Right and maybe Surface to Air, but yeah, the amazing stuff is that freaking amazing, like Galvanize and Believe and Come Inside and the Big Jump and stuff like that. Those are all really good tracks. I really like them, and also the Boxer. So yeah, I guess that's it. This album is just amazing. Has fantastic melodies, beats, and vocalists and everything. I can see why you have people, dislike this album so much. Like as I said, this is people can argue that this album is the Chemicals sellout because it's more like on the poppier side of them. But like ever since day one, I really liked the poppier side of the Chemicals. On all four of their previous albums, the more popular track they released with the ones that were vocalists and the ones that were big singles. I really liked them all. So yeah, I guess that's it for real this time. And I am overall feeling a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, same rating as Exit Planet Dust. Favorite tracks, almost all of them. Galvanize, The Boxer, Believe, Hold Tight London, Come Inside, The Big Jump. Um, Shake, Break, Bounce. No, Close Your Eyes and then Shake, Break, Bounce. Marvo, Ging, and Surface to Air. All those 10 tracks, and the least favorite track is the only one left. Left, Rat. But anyway, that's just my opinion. If you have any opinions, that you can leave them in the comments below. You can disagree with my opinion if you want. Yeah, I enjoyed this album way more than 256 by did, and I think this will be the only Chemical Brothers review that Tommy would actually kind of agree with me on, even though this is my favorite Chemical Brothers album and that this one's his favorite. But anyway, as I said, I think Tommy would really enjoy this review. We'll see. Anyway, so I guess that's it. That's all for today, and yeah, I'll see you next time.